Welcome to Module 6. This module will help you test your understanding of the FaDSS Code of Ethics by providing some scenarios and multiple choice answers. Scenario 1. A FaDSS participant offers to fix up her FaDSS worker with her dad. The dad is single, has a good job, and is attractive. The FaDSS worker should say, A, I'm available for a date Friday night. B, I'm in a relationship right now, but a friend of mine is single. C, I'm not allowed to date participants or their family members because it would put us in a dual relationship. Or D, thanks for thinking of me, but I'm not interested in dating right now. Option C is the best answer. I'm not allowed to date participants or their family members because it would put us in a dual relationship. Scenario 2. A FaDSS participant who is mentally unstable and has displayed verbally aggressive behavior toward you as her worker has called you because she wants to review her file. You've documented her behavior in the file and you're concerned how she'll react. You decide to A, drop off her file at her home, that way she can review it at her leisure and it will provide her with a safe place to blow up if needed. You make arrangements to pick up the file later that day. B, tell her you are uncertain of the agency procedures and you'll have to get back to her in a few weeks with the intent that she'll move on to something else to be upset about. C, review her file and take out of the file temporarily any potentially upsetting information. You then make arrangements for her to review the file with you and your supervisor. Or D, ask your supervisor's assistance and presence at the file review you've set up for the next day at your supervisor's office. Option D is the best answer. Ask for your supervisor's assistance and presence at the file review you've set up the next day at your supervisor's office. Scenario 3. A mom you've been working with for quite a while has a custody hearing and she asked if you'll testify on her behalf. You've witnessed some poor parenting choices that she has made and that have had a negative impact on her children. Your personal feelings are that the children might be safer with their father. You're personal friends with the dad's attorney. You take which of the following action steps? A, you tell the mom your agency does not allow you to testify without being subpoenaed because you know the mom doesn't have the extra money to do that and therefore will avoid the whole situation. B, you get a signed release of information to discuss the case with the mom's attorney. You tell the attorney why you're uncomfortable testifying. C, you invite the dad's attorney over to your home for supper, explain the situation to him without using any names, and ask for his advice. Or D, you discuss with the mom what can happen when you're testifying in court. You explain that both sides of the case will question you. You explain that some of your answers to her questions may not favor her case and provide her with examples. You then ask her to make an informed decision of whether or not she wants you to testify. Option D is the best answer. You discuss with the mom what can happen when you're testifying in court. You explain that both sides of the case will question you. You explain that some of your answers to the questions may not favor her case and provide her with examples. You then ask her to make an informed decision of whether or not she wants you to testify. Scenario 4. You're a FaDSS worker and you sell Avon as a second job. You volunteer to do free makeovers at an agency parent meeting that FaDSS participants attend. Several FaDSS participants at subsequent visits ask to purchase Avon products from you. You, A, refer them to another Avon consultant. B, tell them you'd be glad to take their orders, but you can't do that while you're on a home visit with them. Make arrangements for them to call you at home after work. C, start carrying Avon products with you on FaDSS visits so you can fill orders right away. Or D, arrange for them to have a home party at your next home visit. Option A is the best answer. Refer them to another Avon consultant. Scenario 5. During the course of a home visit with a mom and her young daughter, you hold the daughter close to you on your lap to model a better parenting style for the mom. You gave the daughter lots of hugs and kisses and you talked to her and gave her lots of attention on this home visit. The mom relayed to you that in her culture they believe this spoils the child and she's not going to parent her daughter like that. She's pretty angry with you. You, A, tell her children don't get spoiled from too much love. B, apologize for not asking permission first to touch her daughter. C, apologize for not understanding her culture and ask her to explain more about her beliefs, especially regarding parenting. Or D, tell her that she is living in the United States now and that she should follow our customs if she wants to fit in. Option C is the best answer. Apologize for not understanding her culture and ask her to explain more about her beliefs, especially regarding parenting. Scenario 6. The Iowa legislature is considering action on legislation that would have a negative impact on the families you serve. You decide to act, so you A. Contact legislators from your office email and phone and share your personal opinion. B. Find a candidate for office that feels the same way on issues and support that candidate by asking families to vote for them. C. Use agency funds to make a large donation to a political party in order to have more of a voice with that party. Or D. Develop a flyer for public distribution that factually describes how these actions could impact families. Option D is the best answer. Develop a flyer for public distribution that factually describes how these actions could impact families. Scenario 7. You work at a free community health clinic once a month donating your time. One of your FaDSS participants comes into the clinic and lies about his income to the intake worker. His income is just slightly over the guidelines for eligibility. This clinic can only take so many patients, and you know he's taking a slot from someone more deserving. You take the following action. A. Pull him aside at the clinic and confront him about the lie. B. Confront him at your next home visit, explaining that he's taking a slot from someone else. C. Let the clinic intake worker know that he lied, but make them swear that they'll keep the source of information confidential. Or D. Do nothing, but talk to him at the next home visit about dual relationships. Option D is the best answer. Do nothing, but talk to him at the next home visit about dual relationships. Scenario 8. A family you're working with asks you during the home visit to call a bill collector on their behalf to get them to stop harassing you. You ask the family to sign a release of information first, and then you use your cell phone to call the collection agency and ask them to stop calling this person. Your purpose was to relay that the family had no other source of income or assets and they were receiving public assistance. The bill collector asks you when they started receiving assistance and how long you anticipate that they'll be on assistance. You respond A, by answering the questions as they were asked, B, hanging up the phone, C, informing the collector that your release of information does not specifically authorize you to release that information, or D, hands the phone over to the family to answer the questions. Option C is the best answer. Inform the collector that your release of information does not specifically authorize you to release that information. Scenario 9. You're working with two families that live in the same apartment building and like to spend time with each other. You usually schedule their home visits back to back as it saves you time and mileage. On this home visit, family number 1 reports to you that family number 2 has stolen items from their apartment. When you go to family number 2's apartment for your home visit, you see what looks like most of the items family number 1 has described as missing from their apartment. You, A, call the police anonymously to report the crime. B, confront family number 2 about the stolen goods. C, tell family number 1 what you saw in family number 2's apartment. Or D, encourage family number 1 to report the crime to the police. Option D is the best answer. Encourage family number 1 to report the crime to the police. Scenario 10. In the middle of your home visit with the mom and her teenage son, the police knock on the door. They believe the son has committed a robbery and may be holding the stolen goods in the house. They don't have a search warrant. As the mom is standing in the foyer talking to the police, you notice the son carrying bags of items from his bedroom and out the back door. What do you do? A, you confront the teenage son and tell him that you think he's smuggling stolen goods out of the house. B, you signal silently to the police officer to go around to the back of the house. C, after the police leave, you tell the mother what you suspect and may have been happening and help her decide what to do next. Or D, you tell your spouse about the incident and ask your spouse to call the police with the tip. Option C is the best answer. After the police leave, tell the mother what you suspect may have been happening and help her decide what to do next. This concludes Module 6 of the Code of Ethics training.